2.62%. The big loss is in China. China has reduced their purchases of U.S. peanuts down 23,397 metric tons. That's 59.7% less than they bought last year. So the Chinese have dropped off the market, but they are still buying some peanuts. Other top buyers in the buying of U.S. peanuts include the Netherlands, which is a surprise since we've had problems getting into the port. Japan is also in there, and the United Kingdom. No shipments were made to Ukraine, although they have been a buyer in the past.
Previsol fungicide is to plant fields what vowels are to the English language. With it, disease control isn't compulsed.
It couldn't be any clearer. Provosol fungicide is to peanut fields what vowels are to the English language. Without it, disease control isn't complete. Provosol fungicide from BASF is the missing piece you need to finish off disease. Always read and follow label directions.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
Longer days are a welcome sight, just like these unbeatable prices at Rural King. Get 4 gallons of Pool Shock Liquid Chlorinator for just $9.99 a box. Or Taste of the Wild High Prairie Grain-Free Dog Food for $49.99 a bag, in-store only. And don't miss out on assorted veggie or herb plants for just $3.99 a piece. Shop these deals and more at RuralKing.com or your neighborhood Rural King, America's farm and home store.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have sun and high clouds this morning, followed by very cloudy skies this afternoon with a thunderstorm in spots and a high of 89 to 93. Partly cloudy skies tonight, low 72 to 74. And a mix of clouds and sunshine Friday with a thunderstorm in 1 or 2 spots in the afternoon and a high of 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Arnett House is giving away $10,000 on May 31st. Get your ticket and more information at arnetthouse.org. Do not have to be present to win. This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com. That's right, it's time for Vets News with Vets Helping Vets. And in studio with us today, a guy that needs no introduction because he's here every week, so I won't introduce him first. I'll introduce the man of the hour. Hank, you graced us.
I did. Listen, I get lost. I get lost on the way to work this morning, on the way to the doctor's
They have doctors that could help with that.
The doctor didn't want to see me either. He said, somebody in town must want you. So I came here, and I was hoping there'd be at least water or something, but you guys have nothing out here.
Zero. There's a
water fountain right out there.
Yeah. Right outside.
I hope it rains, that kind of thing.
We collect it. Yeah. Gary, good morning.
Good morning. You need us to donate a case of water, Tom? We can do that.
Every day I call Dan and go, hey, we need water.
Next week we'll bring you some.
Well, that's what Dan says. Yeah. I'll get some next week.
Checks in the mail.
yeah.
Exactly. That reminds me
get some next week.
I'll talk about Bank of America when we come back.
Well,
let me tell you, I got horror stories about them. Anyway, Gary, the only casualties we have this morning, Tom, I heard you on the way in, is of course the mass shooting. So we need to pause.
I may have been a little passionate about that.
Well, you know what? We should be passionate and we should be upset and. everybody's got this magic wand that they're all waving, but I don't think any of us have a great answer on it. But we need to find an answer. But if we have no military casualties or police casualties that I could find, which is a good thing, we do need to remember those children and those teachers. And I can only imagine what those families are going through. So if we could pause for a moment, if you want to do Kate Smith, that'd be fine, and Amazing Grace, that'd be fine. But we do need to pause and remember those children. In the next few days, really for the rest of their lives out there, those families will be affected.
The president, and something I do agree with, ordered all flags to fly half staff through Saturday.
Absolutely.
So that at least he did something right.
Well, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll take a moment.
Take a moment of silence, or you want to do?
We'll do a moment of silence.
Amazing Grace would be appropriate.
We'll do that. We'll do Amazing Grace. We'll do a moment of silence and then Amazing Grace.
Imports of wine are increasing.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it, buddy. Well, again, we should be angry. We should be sad. We should be all those things. I heard you on the way in, and if you're not, then I think there's something wrong with you.
That's the issue. If you're not angry,
there's something wrong.
Something's wrong with you.
That's right. Hey, let me just kick Bank of America a little bit this morning. I'm the executive of a lady who's deceased, the estate, and I'll tell you, I've had no worse experience than trying to settle her estate with Bank of America. What a bunch of rude, beyond my words. I would like to say what I would like to say, but so if you have to deal with Bank of America and you're in that position, I'm telling you, you're in for a ride. Had to file a formal complaint with the state comptroller's office.
Because it's just a number. They
don't want to give up they don't want to give up the money, so I can pay these people, her estate off. So
nope, she's no longer with us. Bank of America. A lot of these big banks think that money belongs to us now. We'll fight you tooth and nail.
And that's what they're doing. The check's in the mail is what I've heard for the last 3 months. So, and the local bank on the boulevard, if there's a ruder group of people, I haven't met them yet. So I hope they're not one of your sponsors.
No.
They used to be.
And I don't know. No, they've never have. And I don't go to the big box banks like that for that exact reason.
Well, I do go to Regions, and I've been happy with Regions, particularly the one downtown. Rocky down there is a great manager. But, all we're trying to do is do the right thing and follow the woman's instructions. She was a widow of a veteran, and she left money to different charities and different organizations and bills.
In a will that spelled it out.
Well, everything's spelled out. The court has agreed. I did all the legal paperwork.
But the banking industry goes, we don't care.
Well, they're saying the check's in the mail, man. Haven't you got it yet? No, I haven't got it yet. They sent it to you, Tom. That's what they told me.
They sent it to me. I don't know about it.
Yeah. Well, Gary has been doing a great job. I've heard him a couple of times on the radio, filling in. I appreciate it for the last couple of months. I had a head injury a while back, and don't kind of blow that off either, because it has repercussions that you don't think are going to happen to you, particularly as you get older. And I hear the same thing all the time. You have to remember at your age these things happen.
Yeah. That has nothing to do with it. I'm much younger than you. I hit my head all the time.
Well, yeah, but in your case, it hasn't done much good.
No, hadn't done much bad either.
Not bad either. How can you tell?
Exactly. But the thing about Gary, and I've noticed this, because I used to come into the radio station when we were at the Cascades a long time ago, and when we were just at the mall and everything, and Gary was there with you. But Gary, he would do things on the radio. But Gary now could run this show by himself without any problem.
He doesn't need you. He doesn't need me.
No.
I agree. I totally agree with you.
Exactly. And that's not the Gary that
No, it's not the Gary that started off.
9 years ago, that wasn't the Gary.
You know, this shows you that 2,000 radio shows will get your,
Well, that's just, you know.
get you efficient. You know.
He actually, once he gets in his groove, he probably didn't do well at basic training.
Well, I think there's some negotiations.
He probably didn't do well at basic training, but once he got in his groove, he probably was pretty good. Pretty good.
It's the only guy I know that left the Navy and went into the Army now. You know, and everybody kind of scratches their head like, why did you do that?
I couldn't swim that well.
Why did you do? Maybe that was the reason. Is that what the reason was, Gary?
No, I was actually a rescue swimmer.
We got a new guy in town who's a retired admiral, and I told him the story. He said, "Why would he do that?" I said, "Admiral, I can't explain it." You know.
Gary, got an explanation?
Well, that caused me to have to go through basic training twice, and then I went through drill sergeant school and went through basic training probably another 18 times with the recruits. So I don't know. I'm probably just crazy.
So how long were you?
I didn't think that was ever in question.
No, that wasn't in question. I don't think.
2.5 years.
That's like saying, is Joe Martone really that stupid? You know.
Oh.
Hey, I did talk.
Oh wait, he doesn't run the station anymore.
I can say anything I want to say.
Exactly.
He's in North Carolina. He can't hear me.
Oh, believe me, he watches on YouTube every day.
I talked to Joe the other day.
And critiques me. Believe.
I talked to Joe. I don't know, Monday or something. Doing well, happy. Got remarried. We talked about that. I sent the wife a card of a good divorce attorney and a bottle of wine. I figured she'd need both.
That's a good friend of his wife's.
So where are we going? Let's anything new happening at Vets Helping Vets, Gary? You want to talk about? I think you do. Got some new programs coming up. We hope in June. Some new grants coming in.
Yeah, we're waiting on that homeless prevention assistance. And hopefully the 1st of June. I know with the
It won't be the 1st. It'll be a little bit later than that. But
with the economy the way it is, the need is getting greater for such a program because people not only can't afford to eat, they can't afford to pay their rent. So hopefully, something will break. Remember that in November when you go to vote, if you're hungry and, you're struggling with your mortgage, maybe it's time for a change. But, we do have a great pantry, and now, thanks to Mrs. Andrews and her, donation to some of these other agencies as well as us, we have a program for dog food for the veterans that come in and get food that need it, or even if they don't come in and get food and they want food for their pet because they can't afford it. We have dog food and we have cat food as part of our pantry. So that's available to you, and it's high quality stuff. They don't get the cheap stuff. They get good stuff. Well, we want to keep our pets healthy.
Certainly,
just like we want to eat.
Yeah, we got a cooperative agreement with Project PUP. They also work with senior services. Good people, nice people. They're really concerned, and they want to make sure that people can take care of their pets, and we do too. I mean, we've seen them where we try to put them into a shelter sometimes, and they're homeless. And they have a dog or a cat, but they will not give that animal up.
No, because
and I understand
their confidant. That's their friend.
So and maybe the only one they have.
Right.
And so I understand the loyalty back towards the pet, and we've been wanting to do this for a long time. And thanks to that Project PUP, we're able to do it now. We got a cooperative agreement going, so that's a real positive. Do you need to take a break and make?
No,
some money?
I want to take this phone call real quick.
Oh, okay.
Good morning. You're on Vets News.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
This is Sonny calling.
Hey, Sonny.
How you doing,
Haven't heard
Hank?
from you in a long, long time. I'm glad you're still upright.
I owe you guys a belated thank you to Vets Helping Vets. I went there and I hooked up with like a caseworker, and unbeknownst to me, you actually improved my economic, status. By just going there.
Well,
and I followed your instructions, the instructions given to me. And I had another checkup. I had to go to Gainesville for that. And next thing you know, I got a little raise in the disability.
Outstanding. Hey, Sonny, listen, glad to help you out. Glad that it all worked out for you. You're a veteran. You deserve that service, and glad we were able to help it out somewhat. So you're a Navy vet too, weren't you, Sonny?
The only thing I can say is thanks again. I know it's belated and all that, but it was, believe me, it was really a surprise. There was no big deal made about it or anything. I just followed your advisor's instructions, and bingo, all of a sudden, I noticed a difference in the check.
Okay, well, that's good. Listen.
Thanks for the call,
Congratulations.
Sonny.
Appreciate it, Sonny. Hey, have a good one. Stay safe out there, buddy.
That's good to hear, though. You know, people.
Yeah, it is. But you know, that's really, and I tell this, my staff doesn't make a lot of money. They make a little. Gary and everybody working there doesn't make a lot of dollars, but they go home at night knowing they made a difference and knowing that you helped somebody that needed help, and in some cases, and in most cases, you made their life just a little bit better. Yep. And if you can do that at the end of the day, that makes life worth living, and it makes coming into the job every day worth coming into the job every day.
Every veteran, Sonny, every veteran that wore the uniform deserves every bit of income and every bit of awards that are coming their way.
That and some understanding and someone who's at least willing to try, try to help them out. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you give it your best effort and you just can't get the problem solved. But I would tell you 95% of the time we do make a difference, and you feel good about it. The veteran feels good about it. A lot of times it's the widows, and they think that, no one cares, but helping veterans does care. And if you're in that position where you think you need that help, we want you to call us at 433-2320. Give us a call. We'll give it one heck of a try to help you out.
Got to take a break. We'll be right back with more Vets News after this timeout on WOCA, The Source.
Dad's service to our country is something we're so proud of. He made a difference and set a great example. Now it's our turn to honor the sacrifices he made for our family and this country. As veteran specialists, Hires Baxley Funeral Service helps us celebrate Dad's life and can help you too. Hires Baxley is here for you during your time of need or when planning for the future. For more information, call 352-484-0891 or visit hiresbaxley.com/choice.
Hey, have you gotten your share of the 70th anniversary sale prices at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens yet? Well, if not, you need to get there while selections are best. The emphasis is on sevens, as in 70 years. So listen, get Boxwoods 2 for $7. Laura Pedlam, $7. Viburnum and Blew My Mind, just $7. Get Blue Pacific Juniper and Black Eyed Susan, 2 for $7. And check out the BOGOs, buy one, get one free on Bush Daisies, Sun Rosa Ice Plant, Flowering Vines, Milkweed, Formosa Azaleas, all this week at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. Check out the Truckload Citrus Sale, all your favorites starting at just $69.99. Join the crowd that's celebrating 70 years at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. Daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, keeping you in bloom for 70 years.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Vets Helping Vets. Let's go back to Hank and Gary.
Hank and Gary show today.
See, that's the problem, Gary. When he shows up, you get second billing all of a sudden
I'll tell
again.
you, I don't mind having Gary
Shouldn't
get
it be Gary and Hank?
Can get top billing. He can get top billing. I have no problem with that. Listen, I've been second fiddle a lot of times. I have no problem with that.
Now that I've been married almost a year, I'm learning what second fiddle is all about.
How long you been married?
It'll be a year in July.
She's a patient woman.
Well, she was cleaning her gun yesterday.
Yeah, well, that's not a bad idea, you know. And again, I'll give her the same name I gave Joe's wife. There's a great divorce attorney here. Get a great settlement.
She says she doesn't need a divorce. She needs a undertaker.
Yeah,
is the only way that she told me in no.
You mean that makeup you're wearing you did yourself?
In no uncertain terms did she say, "This is till death do us part," and it'll be your death that does us apart.
We'll part.
And I go, I know the chief of police and the sheriff, and literally, the next time I saw both of them, they said, "We talked to your wife. We're just going to write your death down as COVID."
Well, I think she was lining them up to be the pallbearers.
Yeah. They both told me they would just write my death up as COVID.
Yeah, things happen. Accidents happen, you know. Hey, Tom, you deserve it, though.
I do. 100%.
So, Gary, reminder, we're going to be closed Memorial Day, of course.
Because we're closed here Memorial Day. We're only running national broadcast.
Is that right? Fantastic.
Look,
you
Memorial
get a day
Day,
off.
I will be, it will be a day off, but I will be at the same place you guys will be.
The park?
I'll be at the park Memorial Day morning for the.
What are you doing?
But nothing. I'm just coming as a citizen of Marion County to
so that's, that's
honor the ones who gave the ultimate sacrifice so that I could be free enough to say, I'm not working that day.
Yeah.
I'm coming to the it's not the first day of summer, folks. There's really a reason behind Memorial Day.
Yeah.
It's not the kickoff of
well,
summer.
Okay, and those who made those sacrifices would want you, quite frankly, to go on those picnics and go to the beach and have a good time. But
just remember,
pause for a moment and say, hey, people made this all possible for me.
Yeah.
You know,
Christmas is a fun time. Yeah. But remember the reason
why
for the season.
Christmas. That's right. Yeah, it's not about. Yeah,
that's Memorial Day is the same way to me. Memorial Day is a great day, but know why you have the ability to be free and do those things.
You come from a military background, and all the people we knew who did die in action and made those ultimate sacrifices would tell you, hey, have a good time. You know, have one on me if you can.
Just take a moment.
Take a moment and say, hey, these people made it all possible. I got a call just a few weeks ago about a fella, Marine I served with, who I thought made it through Vietnam, and I got a call from another Marine I served with that said, nah, he didn't make it. We finally found that out, that he died. But his name was York. And old Corporal York would tell you, go out and party till you can't party anymore, but have one on me and remember me. Okay?
My Uncle Stevie was a diver for the Navy. He died in Vietnam, in training. When he was back from Vietnam, he was in training, but he would tell you, go enjoy yourselves on the sacrifices that I and my family made. Because we need to remember, it's not just a sacrifice. When you talk about a fallen soldier, their family is gave as well too.
Yeah, that's and I'll tell you, those I knew. The one thing that was always a theme with everybody I served. The one thing that always upset you was seeing children being hurt. I don't care if it was Vietnam or Africa or wherever it was, when you saw children suffering and being killed and murdered, and it really got to you. And those of us who still have little issues about that and nightmares, you can put up with all the other carnage sometimes. And so those men and women would be madder in hell today, just like you and I.
Those that can't protect themselves, we get aggravated about.
Yeah.
We got a phone real quick. Take one more quick phone call. Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks Vets News.
Hey, thanks, Tom. And Hank, welcome back to the studio. You sound fine for a head injury. I just wanted to say that there was a casualty that should not escape us this week, and that would be Lieutenant Aaron Salter with the Buffalo Police Department, who met the shooter at inside the front door of that grocery store. He was posthumously promoted to lieutenant and given their Medal of Honor for the Buffalo PD. I looked at his LinkedIn, and I don't see that he's a military veteran, but nonetheless, it's a police casualty. And that's the thing with the both shootings. For the listeners' knowledge, these kids are wearing the body armor, which stops pistol rounds for sure. And they've upgraded their attacks, and they shoot their way in now, and they are shooting their ways out. It's gotten more violent. So even though I'm a bleeding heart liberal, I think we need to meet fire with superior firepower.
Thank you for the call.
Gotcha. Yeah, that former police officer in Buffalo saved a lot of lives because he stepped forward. And during this incident and this what took place the other day, what did you see as you saw police officers running towards the fire? They
run towards it as we run away.
Towards the fire, just like the military, towards the fire. Unfortunately, I understand one of the sheriff's deputies actually had a child that was killed in that incident.
Right.
But, and they took that idiot out. Other than them, there would have been more casualties and more people killed and more children killed. So you see it all the time. Yeah, and whether that guy was in Buffalo, was in the military, I don't know. But he was a police officer. He made a difference there. They tell me he saved at least a half a dozen lives.
He's a hero.
He was a hero there.
100%.
These people who ran towards the fire the other day are heroes, and they do it every single day. They do it. Now, whether it's a robbery, we're running away from it, and they're running towards it.
I'm running away from it fast as I can, believe me.
Well, you know what?
Which is not very fast.
No, I was going to say, you're in trouble, Tom.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm the guy you want to go hiking with in the woods because if a bear comes after you, you can outrun me.
Well, it's like the commercial. You see the commercial, they're selling some sort of product. I don't have to run that fast because you're running slower. The lion will get you, right?
Exactly. So.
Yeah, so listen, that's why we always want to come out here with you, Tom, because Gary and I can still move,
Gary, give everybody information. Give us the address and the phone number.
Yeah, we're at 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard in beautiful Ocala, Monday through Thursday. We're there from 8 until 4, and on Friday we're there from 8 until 1. So come see us if you have a need. Again, we have the best pantry in the country. And we have somebody that, if we cannot actually meet the need ourselves, we have somebody that we can refer you to. So it is truly a one-stop center.
Okay, listen, remember, this is Memorial Day, and that's the idea. Remember, and thank you for your service, and God bless America.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you next week.
I hope so. We'll try to bring you some water if we can.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt on Wednesday signed into law House Bill 4327 that prohibits abortions from fertilization with some exceptions and allows private citizens to sue those who help women terminate their pregnancies. The governor claims life is a human right. More details about the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. Lieutenant Chris Oliveira with the Texas Department of Public Safety says the suspect entered and barricaded himself in only one classroom.
We had a specialized tactical team arrive comprised of federal officers, local police officers as well. They made forcible entry into that classroom. One of those officers was met with gunfire. He was shot, non-life-threatening injury. And at that point, they were able to shoot and kill the shooter.
The suspect was in the classroom for about 40 minutes before the rampage was ended by law enforcement. USA Radio News.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I have religiously taken the Balance of Nature. I haven't missed one day, and I'm loving the product. I feel better. My wife has noticed that I felt better, and I've noticed that I want to get up and go piddle in the garage and, do something that doesn't matter to anybody on earth but me, but I have the energy to where I want to do that. So I really think Balance of Nature is helping me.
Get a wide variety of all your daily recommended servings of whole fruits and vegetables without having to leave your home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or by going to balanceofnature.com and make sure to receive this special radio offer by using discount code USA.
So many people here are getting real lasting joint pain relief from QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics has changed my life.
I would recommend QC to anybody. The work that QC Kinetics did paid off exponentially.
It brought me back to an effective age of almost in my 20s and 30s.
QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge regenerative medicine, natural biologics from your own body, precision treatments that can restore and repair damaged tissue in your aching joints, with no meds, no steroids, no drugs, and no downtime.
I got a very quick resolution to my pain.
It is a all-natural therapy. You're using you to fix you.
I got my life back.
I got my smile back. And best of all, I got my laugh back.
Don't live with that pain anymore. And don't let them tell you surgery is your only option. Learn more about regenerative options from the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics. Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 352-400-4550. That's 352-400-4550. 352-400-4550.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
While we may disagree a lot, we do agree Rural King's our favorite place for spring planting.
Yeah, but we've got to focus. Roses, a couple flats of impatiens, and a spade.
A shovel? I'm thinking tiller.
We do not need a tiller.
Wait, a mower. Those new zero turns are sweet.
Focus. Roses, mulch, shovel, impatiens.
Jeez, talk about impatient.
Can I help you?
Yeah, chainsaws.
Let's go.
I'm almost done mowing this section.